Hello and welcome back to the Liberty Sports Network, and welcome back to a special edition of the Stealing First podcast. I'm Mitchell, that's Ben, that's Jared, that's Mason, that's ESPN, Philly Sports Reports, and welcome back for the third time, Mr. Alex Carr. Alex Carr, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having me. Very excited.
Of course, this is your third time appearing, but our first time here on our new network. So welcome to our little homecoming ceremony here.
Of course.
1 year later.
Yeah, 1 year after. But let's start off with a couple questions here about the Phillies and what your opinions are, and then we'll get straight into our predictions. So I wrote up a couple questions that we're all going to answer at some point. But I would like to hear your opinion on these. So, you know how there's the MVP, Rookie of the Year, and stuff like that. I want to hear what you think they'll be for the Phillies. And to start off with, who do you think will be the MVP for the 2022 Philadelphia Phillies?
Oh, like on the team?
Like overall, we'll get into
cool.
pitching specific. Like, who do you think will be that player that is the next Bryce Harper? Well, could be Bryce Harper, but
good question. I have to say, based on overall output, I think that it's going to be Bryce Harper. Just because it is definitely boring, but
I mean,
based on overall output, factoring everything in, I think Bryce probably gets there just strictly based on wins above replacement. In terms of who I think will be like the most important hitter in the lineup per se, it's pretty much got to be Nick Castellanos. I mean,
that was my next question. Who was your batter of the team? And that perfectly.
Interesting. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, MVP in total, like most wins above replacement, probably Bryce Harper. But batter of the team, yeah, I think Nick Castellanos is probably going to have a pretty great year.
And
lots of protection in the lineup.
Get a 4-0 ball game.
Yeah,
indeed. Lots of protection in the lineup. Just he is so special because he talked about it a little bit during today's game, but mostly a spray hitter, just a guy that launches the ball in every direction, and he's playing in a short porch park. So if he's going dead center or anywhere further right, that's a pretty good recipe for success for him. And I think just based on again how much protection he has and what he's going to be able to do within the confines of this lineup, it's going to be pretty sweet to watch, I think.
Yeah, today was a great view into that. Now, we have three more things left. Who do you think will be the pitcher, bullpen, or starting rotation? Who do you think will be that pitcher that will carry the Phillies to destiny?
I think it's going to be in the bullpen, and I think it's going to be Corey Knebel. I think Corey Knebel is going to be a nasty, nasty man this year. The curve looks great. He's dotting the fastball. Velocity's fine. He looks every bit the part of the guy that we saw in Milwaukee all those years ago. Just really, really hope he can stay healthy. But if he can, he's going to answer this team's biggest question, which is, can they close games out when they're close? And, with the lineup that they have, hopefully not a lot of games will be close. But, close them out when they matter, when those defensive mishaps go a little too far. So I'm really excited to watch him pitch. I think also you can kind of point to a couple other guys. Seranthony Dominguez, for one, if he comes back strong, and should Knebel stutter, Seranthony can slot into that closer role as well.
Can I ask a question? Sorry to cut you off. When was the last time Seranthony Dominguez has pitched?
Officially
at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Prior to that, 2019.
Jeez.
Yeah, he pitched in a low A ball last year, and then now spring training this year.
I'm pretty sure he made an appearance with the Phillies in Miami at the end of the year.
Did he?
He
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about that. I kind of wiped that series from my mind because Miami.
That was the only reason I watched that series.
Miami's a tough place
For the Phillies.
And then now, Alex, what would be your comeback player of the year? Speaking of Seranthony Dominguez.
Ooh, good question. The easy answer is Aaron Nola. By every expected metric, he's basically set to, have a normal Aaron Nola year. He's still a very good pitcher. Don't listen to anybody who tells you otherwise. The only problem he's having is a fastball leakage issue, which is very strange. But either way, I mean, he's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Other than that, I mean, I'm buying stock on Didi Gregorius.
Oh yeah, he's good.
I don't like Didi Gregorius. I am not a fan of those who don't really hit the ball very hard. But man, he looks really, really good thus far. And not just at the plate. Sure, he's hit a couple home runs. His stats don't look bad. It's more the just defensively, he looks so much smoother. He's moving so much better. Last year it was palpable the issues that he was having. So it's just very exciting to see him backing, moving in a normal sense this time around. So I'm excited for him. I hope he pulls it out. I mean, that only makes this team better, right? So
yeah. And just before we transition to that last question, just a simple yes or no. In order to have Stott up at the beginning of the year, would you trade Alec Bohm for pitching?
No.
All right.
I have an inkling that I think Alec Bohm is eventually traded. I don't know if that will be now. I don't know if that will be later. This team just does not have a lot of room for a positionless bat.
Mhm.
But that's not to say that now is the time to trade him. I don't believe in selling low on anybody, especially when they're as talented as Alec Bohm is. I see this as essentially, if Bryson Stott is your starting third baseman to start the year, send Alec Bohm down, rebuild his value in AAA, and then you can use him as a piece at the deadline to acquire whatever you might be looking to acquire. But they're, the best you can hope for from Alec Bohm at this point is, a first baseman that hits well, and they already have a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Can I follow up on that before you get to your next question?
Yeah, really quick.
So I think Bohm, I do agree with him. I don't know if he doesn't start in the majors this year, then this will be a pretty useless point. But Kyle Schwarber, when he went to Kevin Long last year after a really bad year, had a really rough start, and he had the 3 months that Bohm didn't have to work with him. So I think right now, they went into this with a lot of these guys like Vierling and all, and kind of just like, hey, do your thing, and it didn't. I don't know if that was a great plan, because a lot of these guys kind of look the same. Like Vierling is thinking more right and left center though, and hitting the ball a little less on the ground. But I think with Bohm, if Bohm gets more time with K Long, I think he's going to really improve.
Yeah,
I don't think the. Sorry to cut you off, Mitch. I don't think the problem with any of those guys that you just mentioned, ESPN is that they I guess that they don't go to certain fields. Alec Bohm is a known spray hitter. I mean, that guy, he hits it in all directions. But hitting it on the ground is certainly an issue, and they have a type for that. I mean, that's why they signed Justin Williams. That's why they believe in Kyle Schwarber. That's why they like Alec Bohm. That's why they there's a lot of guys in this lineup.
Matt Vierling.
Yeah,
exactly. Matt Vierling being the number one case study here. And I sincerely agree with you. I think that Matt Vierling is also just a very important fixture in this lineup at this point. But those guys just need to start lifting the ball. And obviously that's easier said than done. But if you can get those guys to lift the ball, you are looking at some serious, especially in Matt Vierling's case, some seriously exciting stuff. Matt Vierling hits everything ridiculously hard. He's a ballistic missile. So I'm very excited to see if that pays off. Now, that remains to be seen, but there's nothing that necessarily stops Alec Bohm from working on the things that Kevin Long would work with him on in AAA. Jason Ochart is a very good communicator, as is. Go ahead, ESPN. I see you want to say.
I'm just like I forgot that he's in the organization still. He's from like Drive On, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Jo is he's really good at what he does. So the orders come from the top, right? Especially when it's a guy that K Long knows. So he'll be able to relay the things that they want him to work on to Jo, and they can make that stuff work. But I trust Jason wholeheartedly. And I think he'll do, if Alex starts in AAA, I think he'll do great with it.
Yeah. And then one of those hitters who have shown out in spring training so far is Mickey Moniak. But Mr. Alex Carr, who do you think will be the rookie of the year for the Phillies?
I think that is a pretty easy answer. Bryson Stott is obviously going to have, a really big role with this team, no matter if he starts, with the team in April or if he starts with the team in July. Like he's very important. So I think it's got to be Bryson. He's just going to be way too good to ignore. Or he has been way too good to ignore. I think to this point, we'll see. I don't think he's going to be any kind of superstar. I certainly don't. I do think Bryson will be a really excellent major league regular that is able to hold down multiple positions. And I think what you'll really get from him is finally a leadoff hitter. I think that that is his destiny, is to be this team's leadoff hitter for quite some time. We've seen already his pitch selection is really good. His eye is excellent. He's kind of able to get on base at a 350 plus clip, which is ideal. He's also, he's not a slow guy, so having a little bit of speed up top is nice. But ultimately, I think he's going to slot into that leadoff spot eventually. Probably not this year, because I don't see the manager really doing that.
Yeah.
But I think that eventually you'll see Bryson slide into that leadoff spot, and then Kyle Schwarber probably bumps a little bit further down the lineup, which I also can't say I hate. Having that kind of power, batting fifth for you is pretty cool. So I'll take it.
Yeah. Now, after that great conversation, now it's time to get to what matters. It's time to make our 2020 MLB predictions. Yay! Everybody act excited. Yay! Okay, I'm the only one excited. All right. So now, as you remember last year, we have our reigning champion here in this call, and that is Mr. Ben Hoyt, who won last year in a close game with Mr. Alec Eskin, who forgot to give his AL playoff predictions, and that kind of
snooze you lose.
Yep,
Snooze you
that
lose.
is snooze you lose. But now Mr. Alex Carr has somewhere to be, so he will exclusively give his picks now. And starting with our very own NL East, Mr. Alex Carr, who do you have winning it?
All right, I think that the New York Mets are going to take home the crown.
Interesting.
All right. I don't think the team as currently constructed is as good as they would like to believe, but I do think that, at the deadline, whatever issues they have, they won't hesitate to address them. I think eventually the Mets probably end up taking it. I just think that, good pitching wins anything. It wins out over everything. So,
yeah.
They certainly have that. The bullpen is a little weak, as are, some of the parts of the lineup. I do think that they are very old as well, but I truly, sincerely think that this is the year of any that they would win a championship with the team as currently constructed. And if they don't, I mean, they've dug themselves into a hole that is almost inescapable, just in terms of payroll. So, I mean, it has to be this year, and I think they'll stop at nothing for it to, not be this year, or for it to be this year. Pardon.
Yeah. So then,
I'm sure Walter will stop them.
But I forgot he was their manager. You're just bringing out all these.
So bad.
You're just bringing all these things out that are just. I forgot the Mets did just prior to this entire thing. But now, who do you have placing second? The Braves or the Phillies, Mr. Alex Carr?
I have the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah.
I do this every year, so don't really inspire very much confidence in yourself here.
What do you have against the Braves? Like, you always have them third in the division. I think
I know what I have.
Third year in a row, you have the Braves finishing third, and they always finish first.
Yeah, I mean, I look at that roster on paper, and I truly do not get excited by it. They didn't really do much to get better in terms of, I guess the caliber that they were at the end of the offseason. The pitching depth is relatively weak, as is, they obviously their bullpen is probably the best in baseball. But outside of that, I'm not overtly impressed by anything that I really see. I mean, the lineup is good. It's good, but the starting pitching is where I start getting a little questionable. If you're relying on Charlie Morton to give you 200 plus innings again, can you really do that? Mike Soroka coming back from injury. Mike Soroka's not necessarily a good pitcher, a very lucky pitcher at one point, but not necessarily that great, especially when you take expected metrics into account. Max Fried, I really like Max Fried. Max Fried struggles to go more than 5 innings. So I look at that rotation. I'm not very impressed. The lineup is fine. It's good. But it's not exactly the greatest thing in the world. And then the bullpen, of course, is elite. But again, a lot kind of hinges on health and also guys repeating their years. I mean, if Colin McHugh, what we saw from him last year wasn't the real Colin McHugh, right? Even though I love Colin McHugh, they start to run into some trouble, right? So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I think the Phillies just ultimately, let's talk about good things about the Phillies. I think this lineup is just going to absolutely bash. I think the rotation is so much better than people are giving it credit for. And I think the bullpen it's not necessarily good, but it's better than last year.
I agree.
At least it's better than it was to start the year. So, you go from Brandon Kinsler, David Hale, and Archie Bradley to Jerry's Familia, Brad Hand, and I'm assuming Nick Nelson, and then Sir Anthony Dominguez as well, just by waiting. So I'm really excited to see how things turn out for the Phillies bullpen. It's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad, and there really is no in between.
Hopefully Zoom doesn't kick us out here. All right. Well, Zoom it will in 10 minutes. So let's speed this up a little bit because somehow the Zoom Premium is not working today. So who do you have in the bottom of the division? Because this is kind of a dogfight here for 4 or 5.
I have the Marlins placing 4th. I think the Marlins are actually not a bad team. I think the Marlins, honestly, I think this entire NL East has a chance to finish above 500. I don't think they all will, but I think they all have a fighting chance. The Marlins, have really insanely good pitching depth. And their lineup also, as currently constructed, is not that bad. Things need to break right for them, but Garrett Cooper, Jorge Soler, they've got some strong bats in there. The Nationals, also strong bats. The rest of it is terrible. Their defense is going to be absolutely god awful. They're hinging on Maikel Franco at third base.
It says Hernandez.
It's going to be rough.
Never badmouth Maikel Franco again.
But it's also just a matter of their starting pitching is also just god awful.
Yeah.
Their bullpen's really bad. They didn't do really. They made some good splash signings and signings that are gonna actually. I love their offseason. I think it's really gonna help them accelerate their rebuild. But they suck on paper. So it's gonna be. They're gonna frustrate us though. They've got a lot of Philly killers on there, and certainly the lineup is not that bad. So.
Yeah. So we have about 8 minutes left. So let's do the NL Central. So
I'll give you my speed run. I think it's going to be Brewers.
Okay, I like that.
Cardinals.
Albert Pujols in there now.
Mm-hmm. Cubs.
Cubbies. All right, Mason. This is a moment of truth. Will the Pirates finish 4th?
They will finish 5th. It's Reds Pirates. Unfortunately, I think this is the easiest division to rank. It feels pretty straightforward. Unless the Cubs come out and really,
tank,
find some talent somewhere. For mostly pitching wise. The lineup looks okay. But mostly pitching wise, just Marcus Stroman and that's essentially their rotation. Kyle Hendricks is there, but is he really?
They added Wade Miley.
Is he? Yeah. I don't think Wade Miley is exactly, I don't think that's a sustainable guy to look at and say, hey, he's going to be great this year. He's 34 years old and had a career year last year. So we'll see. I just think that their bullpen is just flat terrible. And their starting rotation really isn't that good either. The lineup, though, I'm really intrigued to see that lineup. It'll be fun. But unless they can catch some magic, some lightning in a bottle, that feels like a pretty easy division to rank.
All right, speed run the NL West, one of the harder divisions here.
Yeah, for me, I don't think so. It's pretty simply for me: Dodgers, Giants, Padres, Rockies, Diamondbacks. I don't think the Padres did much of anything to help themselves this year. And the Giants definitely got better. I mean, that rotation is going to be locked down. That rotation is going to be really good. And the Dodgers they have the best lineup probably ever constructed. So that feels like a no-brainer to me.
All right. Then what are your seedings and your NL champion here?
I've got Dodgers.
Good answer.
I've got Mets.
All right. Hey, so that means the Milwaukee Brewers are in there. Now,
Indeed.
who are your wild cards?
Phillies.
Ooh.
Wait, there's 3 this year.
Cardinals. And then Giants.
And then
Or sorry, put the Giants above the Cardinals.
All right. And then
Question. You don't even have the reigning World Series champions in the playoffs.
Oh, you're right. I totally screwed that up.
the
I
Braves.
think I'm meaning to put the Braves instead of the Cardinals.
Why don't we annoy that Miller guy? Just leave him out.
No.
Yeah, I think 3 NL East teams are going to make it.
I agree.
I forgot that. I thought that the NL champion slot was another wild card slot. So when I was looking at it, anyway, doesn't matter.
Replace the Giants with the Marlins, who have an NL East battle.
That'd be pretty sweet. Honestly.
Who wins the dogfight?
I'm still gonna go with Dodgers.
Yeah.
I just don't
Safe pick.
think that team
They're
is
just too loaded.
beatable. I did it last year too. I mean, I just don't think they're beatable.
Although
They're
to be fair, Alex, I've done it. I think I've said the Dodgers would be the NL champions for the past like 5 years now, so I completely understand.
I get it.
Now,
All right, ready?
AL
I'll
East. Let's
speed
go.
run you through this one. I'm actually, I guess I'm like a lone ranger here. Blue Jays are going to win this division.
Yes,
Like
RK is so
100%.
happy right now. Yes, join
I don't
the-
think he's going to be the
My
lone one.
Blue Jays.
I don't think he's going to be the
I'm
lone
just
one.
I'm just looking at the other predictions, and it feels like really etched in stone at this point.
Mhm.
I think then I'm gonna go. I'm doing this purely out of fear. I'm putting the Rays second because I'm scared of them.
Yeah, me too.
They just always seem to be good, so I can't say I love their team composition, but I just have to put them there. And then I'm gonna go Yankees over the Red
Yankees.
Sox. Shockingly, I think the Yankees look way better than people are giving them credit for. Their rotation sucks, but they're gonna find a way to get through it. They just are. Jordan Montgomery is fine. Garrett Cole is like obviously very good. Past that, I mean, you have to really rely on like Luis Severino and guys like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I just think that the Rays are somehow going to pull it out. But the Blue Jays are easily, I think, going to handily win that division. For the Central, I'm going to go ahead and say, I mean, I'm always a White Sox guy, so I'm going to go White Sox.
Yeah, easy.
I love my White Sox. And then I struggled here for a long time, but I am going to go Twins. I think the Tigers are good. Tigers are third for me. Then I'm actually going to go Royals over Guardians here. I really want the Tigers to finish second in that division, but it just doesn't feel like it's going to happen. Twins did a little bit too much to get better.
Yeah, they just signed today Chris Archer from Mason's Pirates.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Didn't he go back to Tampa first?
What'd you say?
I thought Archer was actually back at Tampa before this.
Yeah,
game.
he got traded to the Pirates. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, that's right. He went back to Tampa.
He went back to Tampa Bay last year.
Wow, he's had a weird career. Now the AL West. Are your Mariners winning it? Your Mariners?
I wish. I'm gonna go Astros here. I think the Astros are just still very good. Then I'm gonna actually go. I also struggle with this one a lot. I want to put the Mariners here, but I think it's the Rangers. The Rangers, the pitching is not strong, but that lineup seems really fun. Mariners, yep. And then unfortunately, Angels.
In the fire sale in Oakland.
Yeah, it's sad.
Now this seeding's gonna be tough because you're gonna have a lot of high win teams here.
Yes, certainly. Blue Jays are the 1 seed for me. I think they're gonna win over 100 games. They look really, really, really good.
The Blue Jays.
My 2nd seed belongs to the White Sox. I think the White Sox will be good too. They didn't do a lot this offseason. I wish they added a bat or two, but then the Astros, obviously. And then I'm going for Rangers.
Oh.
I think the Rangers will have the second highest win total, and then or the highest win total at the wild card teams. And then I'm going Rays Yankees.
Rays.
I think
Yankees.
I think it's the year of the East. I think the East will be very, very strong.
Now
and then winning it all, I want the Blue Jays. I want it to be the Blue Jays. I don't necessarily think that's what's going to happen, but I think the Blue Jays, they've gotta do it. And then World Series champion, I'm honestly, I gotta go Dodgers here. I think that they are.
Agreed.
I think that they are too good. They are too good.
Watson took the Giants.
Yeah.
No.
The Gabe Kapler super fit. Yeah.
I'm gonna explain myself.
Oh, hi, Alex.
Right.
Oh, where'd you come in?
All right, so well, once again, the Zoom is about to end, but thank you so much, Alex Carr, for joining us. It's
of
always
course,
a pleasure
thank you guys for having me.
And
I appreciate it.
before we get back and make our other predictions, please enjoy this ad for the Liberty Sports Network.
Let's go.
Why actually a better player under pressure than the great Kobe Bean Bryant?
Yes, he is. No one had more heart than Kobe. Like, Kobe's not scared of anything. But because Kobe was the best bad shot maker who ever lived, he would take a lot of bad shots under pressure because he knew he could make them. But just look at how often he made them compared to what Kawhi is doing. Kawhi takes higher percentage shots and makes them more often under pressure than Kobe Bryant did. Under pressure, yes, Kawhi is better than Kobe was.
I think that's ridiculous.
Are you guys all sick and tired of all these bad takes being caused by people just arguing over the stupidest of things? I know I am, and that's what drove me and my friends to create the next generation of sportscasting with the Liberty Sports Network. We are a sports network ran by the next generation of sportscasters, as we are all under 20 years old and trying to provide you guys with the best sports information possible without all the controversy. Because we think sports are best served with real takes, real sports by the next generation of sportscasters. This is why we want you guys all to join the sports revolution by following our Twitter, our Instagram, and subscribing to our YouTube accounts, and following each of our 10 different podcasts here at the Liberty Sports Network. We have a sport for everybody and a podcast for everyone, and we would like you guys all to join the sports revolution.
Hello and welcome back to our very special episode, and I hope you enjoyed that ad. And speaking of ads, here's Philly Sports Reports to give you something that you might need in the future.
Are you trying to buy some tickets? Baseball season's coming up. It is time for freaking baseball, and there's nothing better than going down the ballpark with your buddies and watching some baseball. If you're looking to buy some tickets, I have the perfect offer for you. $20 off at SeatGeek. Use code PHILLYSPORTSREPORT. You already know Mitch is flashing that on the screen.
I will be flashing that on the screen.
It's pumping right now.
It's literally in bright red.
It is pumping right now. So nothing better than going down the ballpark, and you're saving $20. I mean, it's a great deal. Code PHILLYSPORTSREPORT, your first order at SeatGeek. If you don't do it, then you like the Mets.
Now, it's time for our predictions, the true fans of the world. All right, so I'll start. We'll all go through division by division, and then we'll end off with our World Series champions. So NL East.
Wait, are you going just down or?
So I'm gonna go down. So we're gonna go down the row. So it would be me, you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So mine first. All right. So let's say theoretically I'm biased. All right, and I know it's shocked to see. All right.
Optimism.
I'm very optimistic.
Dave Dombrowski's gonna bring the World Series.
Yeah.
And let me guess who's the 1 seed in the coming out of the National League.
That you'll have to wait and see.
If he has the Phillies,
it's giving me a death stare. I can see his death stare just coming towards me. Anyways, second place, it's going to be the Mets, and I really want to put the Braves in fourth place, but I don't think you can do that. Yeah, they're going to go in the fourth because they're non-existent.
Worst place.
And to be honest, I do think I'm gonna say the Nationals. I think they'll do fine, and the Marlins will place last as usual. ESPN, what do you think?
All right. Well, I'm going to be a little more conventional. Do you mind if I do you just want me to run through them, or can I break a little bit down?
Half and half.
All right. Well, I got the Braves in first. I think I know their offense doesn't look great on paper, but they have a league average guy everywhere at least. And, compared to even the Mets right here next, that might be just good enough to get through. I said the Mets right there for a second. So yeah, I got the Mets second. Mitch.
Oh, sorry. No, you're good.
Am I boring you already?
No.
But, just having, they're going to have just a good player everywhere. And I think that's just going to be enough. The Mets, I feel like, won't as much. And I honestly do think it could be a decided thing, crazy enough between a couple bad Buck Showalter decisions here and there. Speaking of teams with bad managers, I got the Phillies in third. And, Marlins and then Nats in kind of fifth. I actually think the Marlins will be better than some people think. Their pitching is really young and really good. They've added some guys on offense. I do worry about they're not going to get on base very well. So that'd be my big worry.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, take it away now.
All right, Ben. Wait, which Philly Sports Reports, Ben, with the sponsorship? Give me your rundown of the.
I gotta get a big thing in the back.
You need to put it on your. Yeah, you just.
I'm calling you Hollywood for now on. Hollywood.
Hollywood.
All right. The Braves are gonna win the NL East. They only got better from their World Series, except Freddie Freeman. They got Acuna back.
Well, no,
so
they lost Jorge
unstoppable.
Soler. You should note that.
They
That was a
did lose Jorge Soler.
that was a big player for them.
Huge player. And then the Mets are second. Their pitching staff is unstoppable, but I don't like their offense. Phillies third. Okay.
I just assumed. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Appreciate
All
it.
right. And Mason.
Give me a few breaths.
Oh yeah.
What do you think this is?
Oh, yeah.
I have the Phillies winning the division.
Yeah, optimism.
Let's go.
Then I have the Braves in second.
And little Mets here.
Yes, the Little Mets. And then I have the Marlins and the Nationals.
I'm the only one that thinks so far that they'll place above the. But okay, all right. Now, lastly, the reigning champion, Ben Hoyt. What do you think?
Oh,
reigning champion, man, I like that. All right, so the NL East, I'm gonna be in the minority here and still say the Braves are gonna take the division.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go Mets second. I think they're still a very good team. But I think the Braves just have a lot of talent this year, and I think that race is going to be super close in the NL East, but the Braves will pull it out. I didn't even say Phillies. I could have chose Marlins, but I will say Phillies. So Phillies will be in third, and then we'll go Marlins fourth, and then Nationals fifth.
All right.
I have a nugget on the Marlins.
What is the nugget?
Look out for the Marlins in 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, so you're just gonna say what everyone else is saying?
For the
They're gonna be very scary.
Yes.
Not when their payroll is $20 million, but all right, go on.
All right, now for Mason's division.
It'll get higher
Central.
in 3 to 4 years, maybe
no,
5.
it won't. No, it won't.
All right, now
with Derek Jeter out of there, it might something might change.
Now we all know the Pirates are going to be winning the division. I know that. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. But I do think the the Brewers are going to win the division. I was over optimistic about them because of Albert Pujols, who is one of my favorite players of all time. Then we're going to do that, and then we're going to do some of this. Now, Andrew Knapp or the Pirates? Andrew Knapp or the Pirates?
I hated Andrew Knapp.
And it's going to be the Pirates.
Like you didn't just do that.
The Pirates are going to get the 4th place championship.
Yeah. That's what we'll talk about.
All right, so I'll run through this. And I'll give the Pirates some love at the end. First off, one thing I will say is, Ben, how dare you hate Andrew Knapp? But I love Andrew Knapp personally. Much better game caller than JT. But so I'll start this off.
And I like when Phillies players hit the ball.
he actually establishes Aaron Nola's
He
fastball.
like when ball go bye-bye.
I do like when ball go bye-bye.
All right.
I mean, do you not remember that one walk-off homer in like 2017 he hit or something?
Oh,
Was
against the
that when there was
Nationals?
like
Yeah.
5 people there on that? Like,
Yeah, there was like
Sunday?
5 people at the
was
It
great.
was in like the 13th innings. That was the greatest Phillies moment of all time.
I mean,
How could I forget that?
that or the Bryce walk-off. Like,
Yeah.
pick one.
No,
All right,
Andrew
I'll
Knapp
run
was
through
better.
these.
It's much more rare to see Andrew Knapp hit a ball that far than Bryce.
Note to self: don't mention Andrew Knapp again. Anyway.
All right, well,
ESPN.
all right, well, I'm going with the Brewers. I'm probably going to be pretty conventional with this. The Brewers, the Cardinals, the Cubs. I actually don't hate putting the Pirates in 4th. I'm not going to do it because they actually might not trade Luis Castillo and Tyler Mahle, but I wouldn't rule them out of doing so because I don't really know what they're doing. But I want to say something with the Pirates. I actually like I actually like what they're doing a little bit with some, like, they seem with Ben Cherington in the front office. I really like Zach Thompson, the guy they got from the Marlins in the Jacob Stallings trade. I think he can have a pretty good year. And also Mitch Keller's hitting like 99, like pitching ninjas shouting him out with that. Like, you might watch out for some of those guys. They might have some guys with some pretty good years. So Mason, you got something to watch this year, buddy.
Oh yeah, for once.
So yeah, there's that.
We gotta
but-
dedicate Mason his own show about the Pirates of him just overhyping the Pirates
Cruz.
prospects. Every single one of them.
I'll
right.
co-host.
All right, Philly
there you
Sports
go.
Reports. Who do you think is the NL Central?
Sponsored by Mitchell's Optimism.
I'm gonna take the Pirate. No, I'm taking the Brewers at number 1. They're by far the best team. Cardinals at 2nd.
Original. Cubs, I guess.
No. Yeah, Cubs at 2nd. Cubs at 3rd. That was just
You're
messing
such a troll.
Oh.
Wow.
with-
Just
Got him.
you really
And then,
had us there, man.
Alright.
Reds 4th. Pirates 5th. I'm sorry, Mason.
This is
All right, now we know for Masons. Here we go.
this is blasphemy. I hope you all know this.
Hey, I gave
This-
hey,
all right, Mason,
watch
this is
out for
your
Mitch
turn.
Keller, man. He's hitting like 100. So
I realize that. All right.
All
We
right.
got Brewers at 1.
Yeah.
We got the Cardinals at 2.
Yeah.
And my Pittsburgh Pirates at 3.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
3rd place.
you're really
We
not
love
high
our
on.
we love our cross-state team.
There we
Yes.
go.
You love the Penguins too, don't you, Ben?
Hate the Penguins.
We
Got
love
you
the
there.
Penguins.
Not a fan.
I thought you loved your cross down teams. Cross state
Yeah,
teams,
man.
whatever.
Except the hockey team.
Ah,
All right, and I assume you have the Cubs and the Reds finishing off that.
flip it.
Oh, bold,
Oh,
Very.
bold, good.
when was the last time the Cubs finished last? When was the last time the Cubs finished last in the West?
When Andrew Knapp
I'll
hits a
look that
walk-off
up.
home run on the last day of the season to carry.
I
the
mean,
Reds to
future.
4th place.
He's going to be a future Phillies manager. I'm just letting you know.
Andrew
like- He actually could. I think he will be a good manager. That's the thing. Like he wants to manage. He's a really smart guy. Like former catcher. Like apparently also a great leader. Like I think he could be actually a really good manager.
Just like Joe Girardi. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
All
just
right,
kidding.
Ben Hoyt, what do you think?
He will be so much better than Joe Girardi.
So, all right. So, how I won this game last time, and I'm going to approach it with the same strategies. Pick the favorites, but then switch it around a little bit to make sure you're different than other people. And I see I have a little bit of a similarity with the other Ben. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
Put
go
Pirates in
Brewers
3rd.
Cardinals, and then we're gonna go
Wait, so
Cubs
you have,
Reds. Oh no. Sorry. Hold on. Did
so
Ben?
you have Cardinals in first?
No, I have Brewers Cardinals. That's that. And you know what? I'm gonna go the Reds. I like the Cincinnati Reds this
Oh.
year.
Then,
I'm go then Cubs Pirates.
not the Bubs. There we go. Cubs. There
Yeah, real original there.
we go.
I didn't say a lot different. I said switch it around a little bit.
Just
So it's
copied
different-
Watson's.
So it's different from everybody else's.
You really got some hot takes here.
I know.
Alright.
Super fuego.
I thought you were Skip Bayless for a second.
No.
All right, no, he's Howard Eskin.
he's
All
better
right,
than
we don't have the relation of Howard Eskin here today. He's at a concert, so we have to make up for
You
it.
mean a relation of Spike? I mean, Spike Eskin's is the better Eskin.
We need to do an Eskin tier list when Alec gets back here. Anyways,
Spike is S tier.
Just go down the whole.
That
family
works.
tree.
this is a family tree. All right, now the NL West.
Sir Lord
the
Michael
Di-
Eskin or something.
You know, the Rockies and Chris Bryant gonna go all the way. You just know it. Just get no. They're gonna probably finish last because he went for the money and he's gonna regret it. Yeah, Dodgers first. The Giants were good last year, so they'll play second. Padres. And then, Rockies with Chris Bryant will solidly hold that under 500 record. And then the Diamondbacks, they're a sad, sad little team until they trade Kentel Marte. Now, ESPN, quickly, NLF,
All right, well,
go.
Quickly. I mean, so I'm going to go Dodgers, Giants, Padres. I think everyone is going with that. I will flip it around at the end, though. I think the Diamondbacks I think that was just such an off year for them. You know, I don't think it's going to happen again. And I don't think the Rockies are going to win like every home game this year. So, you know, that's where I'm switching my picks, but who knows?
All right. Philly Sports Reports. Are you copying somebody else's or are you going to be original?
I am not. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. I've been pretty blah in my last two. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Dodgers first. That's not changing. Give me the Padres at second.
Ooh. So you're right now on the track with Alec Eskin.
And then give me Rockies at third.
Oh.
I don't like the Giants at all.
Apple are down here.
They're better.
Give me Diamondbacks last.
And then now, Mason, what do you think?
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna copy Alex.
Copying the baseball experts. All right.
Oh, that.
Good job, Mason. Nothing about baseball compared to some of these people.
And then, all right, Mr. Ben Hoyt, what do you think?
I'm just not going to be original anymore. I'm just going to still stay with my unoriginality and go Dodgers, Giants, Padres, Rockies, Diamondbacks. Pretty simple.
All right. And I just deleted what the heck? Why are the Diamondbacks over there now? All right, there we go. There we go. All right, seeding time. Everybody's favorite time. All right, Dodgers. And for the Phillies, in order to win this division, they'll probably have to win a lot of games, but they won't win as much as the Dodgers. And then the Brewers will probably finish third because they're in basically the Farmers League of the league. Then now, here we go. All right, so fourth seed, I think it is going to be the Mets. It's going to be a tight race in the NL East. Fifth seed is going to be an NL East team. I mean, it's going to be an NL West team. In my opinion, it's going to be the Giants. They'll sneak in. And then I think for the one last ride, the last dance of the big three for the Cardinals, they'll sneak in and then probably get blown out in the 5-6 game against the Giants. But you never know. It's a good rematch. And then NL champion. Do I want to be overly optimistic or do I not want to be overly optimistic?
He's taking the Phillies.
That means what we think it means.
Do you want to be wrong or do you want to be right?
I just know this is right. That is Rhett's right.
Oh, your Dave Dombrowski guarantee.
My Dave Dombrowski guarantee. I want it now. I want my guarantee now.
Okay, so
what do you think?
All right. I mean, it's gonna be pretty original here. I got the Dodgers in first. I just think
it's your disappointment.
You know, the Brewers, I'm gonna go second. They have a pretty easy road with that division. Although not as easy as last year, but still there. I do have the Mets. No, I have the Braves. I mean,
who did you have?
I had the Braves.
And then you have the Mets in fourth, I assume.
I have the Mets in fourth, yes. I'm going with the Giants. I know everyone's down on them. They still acquired Carlos Rodon. They still are gonna platoon you and analytics you to death. I mean, Gabe Kapler is like one of the best managers in baseball, if not the best, actually. I know people hate his guts, but he's awesome. I do have the Phillies in the 6th seed, but I think they're gonna. I think it's gonna be. They're gonna win probably around 90-ish games. I think. So yeah,
just to cut in here.
I had the Phillies in the 6th seed, by the way.
Yeah. All right. Phillies sneaking in. All right.
Yes. I have 3 NL East teams. My NL champion. I'm not going to pick the Dodgers because I don't know. For a team this typed, I don't know. It feels. I know they're unbeatable, but they're not. You know, it's just a team that has to go on a run. I'm gonna, for some reason, pick the Brewers because I love starting pitching They have a ton of it. Like they got the Cy Young Award winner Corbin Burns. Brandon Woodruff is still really good. They have a nasty bullpen with Hader and Devin. Like I think they're going to be a really, really good team, and I think they're going to finally go on that run. They have just enough offense, I think, to get through. And finally, they're just motivated. Paul, also like that motivation factor. I think as well. I think and they have the formula to go really far.
Yeah, so Ben just let me know that he has to unfortunately go. So he's quickly make his picks, and then we're gonna move on. So Ben, who do you think your seeding is? Ben Hoyt, that is.
All right, so give me Dodgers first.
Dodgers.
Give me Braves second.
The Brewers.
No, I said Braves.
Oh,
I said Atlanta.
And then now the Brewers, not the Brave,
Yes.
not the Disney movie. There we go.
Copyright.
And then what do you think is here?
The real original.
I think the San Francisco Giants will be up there in fourth.
The Giants.
Let me take
Now
a
this
look
is
at
tough.
This is tough for me.
So you have the Mets.
I do know who my.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Mets, and then I'm gonna take the Phillies. I really do think those three will make it.
Phillies versus Mets in a wild card game. This would be interesting. And who do you think wins?
I think the New York Mets will win.
No, isn't it
no, not the New York. Oh, I thought you meant the wild card game. Go back. That's easy. LA Dodgers.
All right. I just copied down the format prior to this, and the format of this year's playoffs is as such.
It's I think
The
1 and
4
2
plays
get
of 1 and 2 buys, 4 plays 5, and 3 plays 6. So it would be Phillies versus the Brewers, which would be a pretty good game. That's what would happen last year. So
I just picked them to win the NL, and I wouldn't be shocked if the Phillies won that series.
all right, Ben. Now
that tells you how confident I am.
Now we're a closet Yankees fan. What do you think?
So I'm gonna go. I am like a 1% Yankees fan. I do not think. I'm gonna go Rays first.
Interesting. All right, Corey
Kluber. I'm gonna go exactly what Alex said. I think we're gonna go Yankees, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Orioles.
All right.
Actually, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna do Blue Jays, then Yankees, then Red Sox, then Orioles.
He's putting Orioles at 1.
He just doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to be exactly like me. It's okay.
All right, and then AL Central.
I
just realized that's not a cap.
That seems like a pretty straightforward division. I'm gonna go the same as everyone else,
except for Alec, who had the Guardians placing in 4th, which is weird.
Yeah, but Alex wrong. So let's move on.
All right. So do you agree with anybody here?
No. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Astros first. Then, I'm gonna do a bold take. I'm gonna go Angels second.
Interesting.
Then we're gonna go Mariners and Rangers in Oakland.
Whoa.
Yeah, you got to remember the Rangers' starting rotation isn't that hot, too. And then now we got the 1 seed. Who do you think it's the 1 seed?
So I believe the 1 seed will be taking a look at this. Can you scroll up, Mitchell?
Yeah.
In the division.
1 second. My screen is not working. There we go. There we go.
Your 1 seed will be Chicago.
All right. And then your number 2 seed.
Your 2 seed will be give us a minute. It'll be the Tampa Bay Rays. Your 3 will be the Astros.
And then your last 3 and your champion?
So I'm gonna put Blue Jays at 1. This is really tough. I don't know the AL as well.
10 minutes left. That's great. All right.
Oh,
okay. All right. I'll speed track it. Then we're gonna go Twins 2, Angels 3.
All right.
Could you combine recordings, Mitch?
I would have to restart the Zoom, and I've already did that once, and I kind of don't want. Who do you have?
No, I said I didn't say blue. I did. Yeah.
You had Angels, right?
Yeah, Angels. Yeah.
All right, who do you have winning?
I have the Tampa Bay Rays winning.
All right, interesting. And Rays versus Dodgers. I assume you have the Dodgers.
I do.
All righty.
Rematch.
All right.
I like that.
I will catch you all later. Check out the Liberty Sports Network. Sayonara.
All right. Thank you so much, Ben. Have a great night. All
Ciao.
right. 2 little notes. One, apparently the Phillies are converting shortstop prospect Wilson Valdez Jr. into a pitcher, and then also what happened to
That's
Mark
hilarious.
And what happened to Mark Apple? He hasn't been
Mark
seen.
Appel, you mean?
Yeah, I haven't signed baseball from him. I haven't seen him in a while.
Apple?
Yeah. All right. We have to speed through this, unfortunately, because of time constraints. So, Ben, Philly Sports Reports, Ben, who is your seeding?
Dodgers won.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Give me the Milwaukee Brewers at 2, Braves 3. Mets 4, Padres 5, and then give me Cardinals 6.
Not even the Phillies.
I'm so unoptimistic about the Phillies.
And who wins the NL?
You know what? I think this might be the first time I completely agree with ESPN. Give me the Brewers. When he was talking, I was like, yeah,
You agree with me about
100%.
Dylan Maples?
All right, Mason. Before we get back into Dylan Maples, Mason, what is your rankings?
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Ben.
Dodgers 1.
All righty.
Over optimistic Phillies at 2.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Brewers at
Ben,
3.
you can't get hype about that.
No, I'm not hype about it at all.
Giants at 4. Cardinals at 5. And Padres at 6.
Interesting. Who wins the division? I mean the
Division?
the entire conference or whatever it's called. League.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers. All right. And not the Dodgers, the Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
The echo. Personal. All right. Time to speed through because we have 7 minutes left because Zoom doesn't know how to work. All right. I agree.
Let's go.
I'm on the RK hype train.
Yeah.
My Blue Jays. Don't forget it.
I honestly think the Yankees will place second.
Remember that from last year, my Blue Jays?
Yes, your Blue Jays.
That was the weirdest night of my life.
They were our Blue Jays. And then
Our Blue Jays. Liberty Sports Network.
and then the Orioles. There we go. ESPN, what do you have?
Okay, I got the Blue Jays 1. I'm actually very hyped about this team, even though I did love the Yusei Kikuchi signing. But
Yeah.
but there's that. I actually think the Red Sox are really. I don't think people are talking about them enough. I love the Trevor Story signing. So there's that. Breakout Pavetta. I got Tampa as. I got Tampa.
Everybody's just laughing at that.
In third. I got the Yankees at 4. This is all gonna be by like a game, by the way. Like I don't even know.
I
who
forgot about Nick Pivetta, to be honest.
Breakout Pavetta, man.
He was on Pitching Ninja the other day. Absolutely nasty.
I got the he's always on Pitching Ninja.
All right,
Love
Philly
that dude.
Sports. Do you want to copy somebody's?
I'm going against my Blue Jays fandom. I'm taking the Rays first. I'm not.
Does it happen to be
copying.
Rays, Blue Jays, Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles?
It does not happen to be like Ben Hoyt's.
All right,
I
well,
said it doesn't. It does not.
I'm just doing it because of easy.
And I would like the Red Sox to be number 2. I agree with ESPN again. They're not being talked about enough. And then I like the Blue Jays and I like the Yankees 4th. I think the exact thing that happened last year with the
Happens.
4-way tie will happen again this year. I feel like it's going to be that last day. Everyone's in it for first place. I feel like it's just gonna
All
happen.
right, Mason, what do you have?
All right, RK, I'm sorry, prehand, but all right. Blue Jays at 1.
Yay!
Rays at 2.
Oh,
Red Sox at 3. Yankees at 4. Orioles at 5.
interesting. All right, moving on to the L Central with 5 minutes to go. All right, yeah, the White Sox are gonna win. Tigers are gonna get second. I know, shocking. Twins in third. Royals, and then the the Guardians or the Cleveland baseball team, which is a better name in my opinion, will place last. All right, ESPN, what do you think?
I got the White Sox winning. I think that's the pretty easy pick. I actually really like what the Twins have done this offseason. I'm going with them in second. I think Sonny Gray is gonna be a really good addition to their team. I got the Tigers in third. I got I don't know how Cleveland will score runs, but they're gonna somehow finish fourth. So there. I have no idea how they're gonna score runs, but
Jose Ramirez will score every
I mean,
single run.
they're gonna. Some part of me feels like they're gonna trade him. I don't know. And then I got the Royals. Yeah. So go on.
I kind
Philly
of
Sports Reports. All right. Where's copy that over?
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Mason.
Am I your new hero now, Ben?
Yes.
Yes.
I
did
have
it.
I have White Sox, Twins,
Yes.
Tigers, Guardians, Royals.
Mazel tov.
Being with Alec, really?
That's
Actually, wait.
Noble
Can you
Con.
switch mine? I want Guardians last and Royals fourth.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, Zach Greinke might be better than like their fourth best hitter. Or
Andrew
Benintendi
Benintendi
actually
breakout season. All right. Here, Astros are gonna win it. Here, if everybody is doing well, I can see the Angels placing second. The Rangers, their pitching's just not there, but they probably slug their way into games. Mariners, I think they do take a step back. I think last year was just like a very, very boom year for them. And I mean, they got Adam Fraser, yes, but I think, in my opinion, the AL West will be close. However, I do think.
Waiting for Eugenio Suarez. They have a few prospects that are looking pretty good. They signed
Oh, they had. Oh, that's right. They have Eugenio Suarez. Yes. Yeah.
Ray, Jared Kalenic is looking pretty
Yeah,
good.
I do think the Rangers are a year away. I think they'll just barely miss it. ESPN copying ?
All right. Well, I got the Astros. I'm gonna go with the Astros for now. And first, I'm gonna still go with the Angels. I don't know why. I just like their additions. I like the Syndergaard gamble. I like some of the additions they made to the pen with Terapia, Loop, and even Archie Bradley. I'm gonna go with the Seattle Mariners. I don't trust that Pythagorean win-loss, man. I mean, it was like a big difference last year. I got the Rangers in fourth, and I think the A's. Sadly in fifth. I love the A's, which sucks.
Yeah.
We keep doing this after an 86-win season, but
Philly Sports Reports with 2 minutes left. What do you have?
Give me the Astros.
We're not getting through this, by the way.
All right.
Give me the Mariners.
Oh.
Give me the Angels.
Oh.
Give me the Rangers.
And then Firestone.
And then yes. By the way, if you listen to my podcast on Philly Sports Reports, free plug, bell ringers. I called the Athletics the most irrelevant team in baseball, and I stand by that.
Oh, I can tell you what the most they're more relevant than some of the other teams. Well, you have me on, and I'll discuss that. I'm kidding.
Okay.
All right, Mason.
I'll put it into consideration. We'll have a whole episode devoted to the most
We
irrelevant.
have a minute
I'm
30
networking
left.
on the pod.
There we
All
go.
right. 90 seconds left. Go, Mason.
Astros, Angels, Rangers, Mariners, Athletics.
The Philadelphia Athletics.
And who
Greatest team in Philadelphia.
And then who the Phillies play in the first thing.
Are they gonna bust out the 1920 jerseys?
I
like
hope they
were
do because they were supposed to do that. They were supposed to do that.
I'm going to opening day in the second game. If they don't wear those jerseys in those 2 games, I'm gonna be
All
very
right,
upset.
we have less
They
than a
won't.
minute. This is tough for me. So I'm just like copy Alex's and just copy and paste it in, but change out the 4C to the.
You're not getting through this, by the way. I'm just letting you know.
We will get through this.
I think it would have been better if you just slow played it and then just did another recording.
Yeah, just do another recording.
Yeah, man.
That's mine. All right, I'm done. I made my decision. All right. We will be.
ESPN, take your time.
We'll be right back after another commercial break.
Let's go.
And that was once again the SeatGeek code for our very own Philly Sports Reports or Ben Goldstein. So go, just go use that code on your first purchase at SeatGeek. Once again, the code is flashing on screen. I don't know where I'll put it in the end.
It's
flashing
pumping
here,
again.
and it's gonna be in the description. So make sure to go do it because
It's
it is
pumping
very
again.
helpful, especially with how how crazy ticket prices are this year.
I was looking at Sixers tickets for this Saturday. It's a 12:30 game against Charlotte. The cheapest tickets, $100, standing room only. $20 off at SeatGeek. You get $80 for standing room only. So, it's easy. Philly Sport Report. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ESPN.
No, ESPN. You go ahead.
Speaking of not saying words correctly, I'm about to do my predictions. So, so my first place team, I really, I was going into this with thinking the Blue Jays were going to be kind of the hot take, and I think so did Alex and everyone, but it's pretty popular in 1 seed, and I'm going with it too. They're really good.
So who do you think the 1 seed is?
Blue Jays.
Toronto.
They're really good. So I'm going with them. It's a 1 seed. Although I might regret it because of how hard that division's going to be, but I just don't know. I got Houston. My bad. I misspoke. I got Houston. I got the Astros in second place. I just think even with the loss of Correa, they've had some pretty nice stuff additions. Most the first one I can think of is Hector Neris, a criminally underrated reliever.
Agreed.
Third, I have the Chicago White Sox, kind of out of default. So yeah, the fun part here is breaking down the rest of the AL East because I think I have the White Sox, the Rays, and the Yankees just all making it. Going with that take. But man, I watch out. I think any of these teams really can make a run this year, which I think makes the AL just so exciting. And if the Seattle hype is real, you can't count them out. If which I don't know how much I buy into it, but you can't count them out. I mean, maybe the Twins catch hot with their offense this year and sneak in too. So there's a lot of really exciting teams. But yeah, I have the Red Sox, the Rays, and the Yankees for those last 3 playoffs, Mitch.
All right, so you have the what again?
The Red Sox, the Rays, and the Yankees.
Yeah, I was going through some things real quick. All right, who wins the entire thing?
The Yankees are the 6th seed.
Oh.
No, the Yankees are the 6th seed.
And who do you think wins?
That's a really good question. I think I'm gonna go again with a little unconventional. I'm gonna go the Yankees. I think this team, again, they have a really, really hot offense that's gonna catch fire. I think again they're motivated to really break through that curse, and maybe Garrett. And look, you got an ace in Garrett Cole. I think they probably will add at the deadline too. So they're gonna have a very, very good ball club.
All right. So I unfortunately have to go in 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. So let's just speed through the rest of this and then we'll get through everybody's closing thoughts. And then that'll be the end of this episode until something else happens. So Philly Sports Reports, what do you think will happen in the AL?
Would quickly like to say Joe Giglio just compared Bryson Stott to Larry Boa.
I mean, Jack Fritz compared him to Ted Williams, so
that's worse.
More respectable, honestly.
That's a very Jack Fritz thing to do. Anyway,
I love Jack Fritz.
he's hilarious. Number 1, give me the Astros. I don't care that they lost Carlos Correa. They're still the best team in the AL. Give me the White Sox at 2nd. And then the Rays are going to be at 3rd. I just think the Astros and White Sox are going to be so dominant that they're better than every single other AL East team. Mm-hmm. Can you scroll up for me really quick so I can see my AL East standings?
Yes.
Okay. So, Red Sox at the 4 seed. And then Blue Jays.
And your last one?
My last one?
The Yankees?
New York Yankees, yes.
And who do you have winning?
Winning the whole thing. I'm gonna stand here with ESPN, not the Yankees, the rival. I love what the Red Sox did this offseason by getting Trevor Story is the greatest thing they could have done, and that Chris Sale is gonna be back this season. So I mean, Mason has the hat on right now. So
I'm
think
more
the Red
confident in
Sox-
breakout Pavetta. So
Fair.
All right.
Well, Pavetta finally had the breakout season we've all been.
Oh, we haven't done Worlds. Did we do World Series yet?
We did not do the World Series.
We
yet.
have
Okay,
not.
I thought I
We
didn't
need
know that
Mason
yet.
to go. Mason in his Red Sox hat. What do you think happens?
All right. I have the White Sox at 1. I have Toronto at 2. I have the Astros at 3. The Rays at 4. The Angels at 5. And the Red Sox as the 6th seed.
What were your two middle ones again? Mason,
ones?
who is your 6th seed?
Red Sox.
And who was your second and third?
Second was Toronto. Third was Astros.
All right, World Series champions time, and then we'll
Whoa!
out. Oh wait, you need to choose your AL champion.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Pirates.
They play in the NL.
I know.
White Sox going to the World Series.
All righty,
You say the World Series?
the World Series, Sirius Black. Anyways, nice
The
little
World
Harry Potter
Series is
reference.
very serious.
All right, so in mine I have the Phillies versus the Blue Jays rematch of 1983. You just know
93.
90.
83 was
Yeah,
83 was-
that's right.
That's
that
the
was
that's the O. That's the O.
That was the
83.
O's. That was the O's.
83 was a different bird.
Yeah. Well,
I
if we
find it
know one
hilarious-
thing, we don't do well in years that ended 3, but in years of 2, we don't know. I think we've been bad historically in years that end with 2.
I know.
We've been bad
With 4,
this-
we have the years that end with 4 are the rough, are really rough.
What
So,
years
anyways,
have
you
you guys
know,
been
very
good?
respectively.
Exactly.
have to go
That's
with
what I'm
the-
gonna say.
1964 collapse.
I will
Okay,
say before we talk about the Phillies being good in certain years, the Phillies have never been good except for 1980 and 2008.
That's not true.
All right.
I don't care. That's when they won the World
I was
Series.
just watching the 2007 yearbook the other day. All right.
All right, I love that.
Fred Meyer.
The
Fred
Phillies.
Meyer's just shutting
The
it down.
Phillies are not World Series champions without the number 8 in the year. So the Phillies are winning the World Series in 2028.
True.
I'll be so excited when Yohan Rojas wins the World Series MVP. But
Brewers versus
Or a nerd out
the
there.
Yankees.
so yeah, you know what? I'm still going with the Brewers in this. I'm gonna regret this. I already know. I'm regretting it as I say it.
I mean,
That's how
Ben
you know
has
it's
the
Ben,
Brewers
but-
versus the Red Sox, so.
I don't like
All
the fact that me and Ben are on the same page. I don't like that.
All right, Ben.
Good thing.
What do you think? Brewers?
Where did he place
No.
last year, Mitch?
I place like 4th, I think.
No, where did Ben place? That's what I'm wondering.
Like above Mason.
Is that
Ouch.
good? I don't know.
No. It was below.
Mason
like
last?
He was bottom.
Oh,
You,
shnikes.
you fell into a deep hole.
This isn't good. This
so
isn't good.
I'm not gonna take the Brewers. I want to explain my Red Sox pick. Brewers run
I
out
have
of
an idea
gas.
of what
I feel like
Mason's
I feel like the Brewers have one of the most dominant runs in the playoffs, and I think they go to 7 games with the Dodgers and win it there. And then I think against the Red Sox it'll be 6 games, and I think the Red Sox close it out in Fenway.
Do I have to talk about how criminally underrated Nathan Eovaldi is?
Oh boy.
Dude, he's gonna him and breakout Pavetta. I mean, just
All right, Mason.
Rich Hill.
Dodgers
All right.
or the White Sox? Do you have a hat?
Well,
of
first
either
I would
of
like to
these?
say ESPN has my boy Andrew McCutcheon, World Series
Oh,
MVP.
that's right. He's on the Brewers.
Oh, I
It's
forgot
not
about
gonna-
that.
It's not gonna be him. Josh Hader is gonna pitch in like every game that series, right? Is that what we're
Probably.
going with?
Probably.
Yeah, sure.
Why do I feel like I accidentally said someone in my Brewers conversation that's on the IL, but I'm not sure. No, I didn't.
All right.
Go on. Sorry.
In Mason's final pick. is.
I am picking the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
All right. Overall,
You're boring.
we have 5 picks for the Dodgers, 1 pick for the Brewers, 1 pick for the Red Sox, 1 pick for the Phillies, and 1 pick for the Giants. Great job, Watson. Do you want to give a reasoning behind your Giants pick?
Yeah, I want
for
to
the
hear
camera?
this.
Before we get into closing thoughts, everybody wants to know why.
I want to hear this.
I really like Gabe Kapler on the Giants. On the Phillies, he was awful. He
wasn't as bad as people
He
think.
wasn't as
but
bad as we made him look, but the team did not do well. That was partially due to our team being incompetent.
It's always the managers and the coaching staff's fault.
Yeah.
It can be, yes.
Because who Gabe Kapler, I've had more problem with who Gabe Kapler brought in. Because that pitching coach and that hitting coach were absolutely awful, except for Charlie Manuel, who is just Charlie Manuel, so we have to accept that he's great at everything.
I mean, that
Alex,
first game
is Darren
back,
Ruff your,
they won a
is
lot.
Darren Ruff your World Series MVP? He better be.
Darren Ruff.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Dude, they made him like.
Watch
out.
I like the pitching staff that they have going for them. Carlos Rodon was a very good signing for them. I think possibly Cy Young candidate.
Logan Webb.
Carlos Rodon is.
No, I'm just talking about. I'm adding on to that. Like him and Logan Webb are good one too.
Surprised right now. I'm not saying definite. I think in my top 3, I'd probably have 3 other people, but I think he puts on. I think he has a very good season. Logan Webb is a very young player. I think he continues to build on to what he has this season. I could be very wrong. Anthony Desclafani, I think, was good. Alex Wood, Alex Cobb, Tyler Rogers, I think, is a really underrated reliever. I really like the pitching staff. I think it's an underrated, maybe not the best in the league, but definitely underrated. I think that players like Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, let's see, who else? Mike Yastrzemski. They signed Jock Peterson. I think that this is a team that could shock a lot of people. Yes.
They're gonna platoon you to death, man.
Yeah.
Ben, do you have something to say?
Me?
Yeah.
I was kind of laughing at how Jimmy Butler hit 3 threes, and Stat Moose is hyping up how that's the most he's hit all season. So that's kind of funny.
Was your response to me or to that?
No,
it was that. But also, okay.
All right, now it's time for our closing thoughts tonight. So everybody's gonna go around to give your one player on the Phillies who you think will be the MVP this year. So we're gonna start with ESPN because he's been waiting for this one the entire time.
I've been waiting for this. Is the least exciting one. I have all the other awards I'm excited to talk about.
All right, fine. List them off real quick. You can give them each.
Here we go. Let's go.
I'm gonna go Nick Castellanos MVP because I think all the other stuff he's gonna bring to them is gonna be fantastic. Rookie of the year. I don't know how like the service time and all works, but I'm not gonna go with Bryson because everyone's gonna go with him.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really like Bailey Falter.
I think he's gonna be classified as rookie.
I think he's gonna be a really good swingman for them. Hyping that up, and maybe Simone Muzziotti can come up if they need some help at center field.
Mm-hmm.
The pitchers, I actually watch out. By the way, this is going to be more of an underrated thing, but I think Ryan Sharif is going to be the best lefty in this bullpen at some points this year. Jose Alvarado, we'll see where that is at. I'm not a big fan of Brad Hand at all. I think he's terrible, but Ryan Sharif, he's got a nasty like sweeping slider. He's got a low 90s fastball. He's going to be really, really good as a matchups lefty. So I'm really excited for him. And he might have to be their first lefty out of the bullpen, depending on the day Jose Alvarado is having. But for hitter of the year, I'm actually going to go Rhys Hoskins. I think he's got the most pressure taken off of him. Him and JT Realmuto just taken off with the additions of Schwarber and Castellanos. I mean, the protection around him is going to be insane. He is locked in this spring. A comeback player of the year, Alec Boehm. I'm buying into it. I forgot Jason Ochart was still with the team for a second. He's a really good hitting coach, like Alex said. I don't know if that was in recording or not, but and even then, like he can work. I think what they're gonna bring for him. I think he's gonna figure out how to hit the ball out, over the infield and drive the baseball. I still believe in the swing. I still believe, I know he couldn't pick up Matt Manning's breaking ball the other day, but I still believe in the guy. I don't think he could be, he could still be traded. I don't think it'll be this year. unless things go really south for him. But I think, probably the next off season, you probably see him traded, but I can still enjoy him while he's here. And then when he's inevitably a Cincinnati Ray, when we get Luis Castillo, I can enjoy him there too.
Will we get Andrew Knapp back in that trade?
He's gonna replace Joe Girardi.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, now everybody go around and state your MVP of your team. Mason will say his MVP for the Pirates instead. So, Ben, who do you think will be the MVP of the Phillies?
Nick Castellanos.
All right.
For the same reason.
Man, stop going with the picks I'm making.
I'm sorry, you're stealing all my stuff.
All right,
No,
Alex Watson. What's your?
Can I say my rookie of the year?
Yeah, one sentence.
One sentence for my rookie of the year.
Make it a long. Add as many comments as you want. Add as many semicolons.
He is not okay. I don't think he classifies as a rookie because he's played before, but he hasn't played a lot.
It's down to service time. It's like a certain amount of service time.
Okay, I don't know how much service time he's had, but it's Mickey. I'm gonna have to
say Mickey Moniak. All right, yeah,
because
he's
been tearing it up.
He's technically a rookie.
Okay, he's been tearing it up in spring, and I feel like somehow he appears in the major league somehow, and I think he carries over his spring success into the major leagues. And I think he's changed his stance a little bit, and he just looks more relaxed and more calm in the box.
I strongly disagree with you.
There we go. There it is.
He can't hit anything other than the fastball.
And on that note, we will move on to Alex Watson. Watson, who do you think?
Safe pick for MVP. I'm gonna go Bryce. Familiarity with the team.
Good answer.
Been in this environment since 2019. I just think he comes out and has the best season for anyone on the Phillies. It could be Nick Castellanos. It could even be probably between the two. I'd say between the two of those. I think those are the MVP. Rookie of the year. I like the Mickey Moniak pick. I really do. I think he's doing really well right now. I think he makes a surprising jump to the major leagues this season. Was that it? Was that the only two things we were doing?
Yeah. And then Mason, rookie of the year and your MVP.
My MVP is probably going to be Brian Reynolds.
Let's go.
You're going to get a haul for him.
Wow.
Are you so excited to have Alec Boehm and Mick Abel? And who else you going to have? Johan? You're just going to give up everybody? Everybody I love? Griff McGarry? I love me some Griff McGarry. So.
All right.
And for rookie of the year, I'm going to go with the absolute unit 6'7" shortstop O'Neal Cruz.
I like that pick, actually. Great job. That's the only reason why I put the Pirates in fourth place. Now for me, I think the MVP will be Kyle Schwarber. I think he will be an amazing leadoff hitter for us.
I love that. Pick.
I think that will be amazing power hitting on great numbers across the board for a leadoff hitter. A lot better than Odubel Herrera. And I know ESPN will agree with me on that.
Dude, we went through this. Like, he shouldn't have been the leadoff hitter last year, like, at all. They should have just ran with like Gene or something, like, and just like, oh, well, he's a two hitter. Well, you don't have he's not even a great. I don't even think he's that great of a two hitter. But
yeah,
love Gene Segura too.
Yeah, and then my rookie of the year, I think, will be Bryson Stott, with a close second to Mickey Moniak. But that's just my opinion. Well,
I want to quickly say my hitter of the year is going to be Kyle Schwarber for the same reasons you said. Him being at the leadoff is the best leadoff hitter the Phillies had since Jimmy Rollins.
Wow. Whoa, no. Ben Revere.
Ben Revere.
I hate
all right. Ben Revere means no more talking. Anyways,
I hated that guy. Schwarber hitting bombs to start off every game is exactly what the Phillies need to get in front early. That's exactly what the Phillies need. After Aaron Nola will allow 5 runs in the first inning like he usually does.
Yeah.
So
shut up. No, it's gonna the guy. It's gonna be like one of those like random bad Kyle Gibson starts that he hits the leadoff bomb in. All right.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually like Kyle Gibson. So
although I'm sitting in right center field, 101 section 101 for the second game of the season, right next to the Phillies bullpen. Kyle Schwarber is hitting it right to me, and I'm catching it, and I'm going to have Zach Campbell jump up in the air.
You're gonna fall in the thing like Zach Campbell did.
That's
I'm
what's funny.
not running down rows though. It is coming
All right.
right to me. Glove going right up. I'm blocking everyone else out of the way, and I'm.
You're gonna
fumbling.
have Peter Griffin or whoever just like reach out
Yeah.
and catch it
Take it,
over
take
you.
If Peter Griffin's at the Phillies game, I'm giving him the ball anyway. But
Do you want me to
And-
dress? I could dress up as Peter Griffin. I definitely have the weight to.
okay.
Yeah. And on that note, thank you guys once again for tuning in to our first ever season preview special on the Liberty Sports Network and the first one for the Stealing First podcast. We will see you guys for the All-Star break where we will be able to tweak our predictions just because we are nice and want to make sure you guys have a chance.
Because of Mitchell's optimism.
Yeah, in case all optimism dies, I can change my predictions. Anyways, thank you once again to Alex, both Alexes, Watson and Carr. Carr especially because he is such a great guest on this channel. We can't thank him enough. Then we got Mason, our local house Pirates fan. Then we have Anthony ESPN, our local Jaguars fan. Not even Phillies fan. You're just a Jaguars fan now.
I'm
And then
known
we-
as a Phillies guy.
And then we have our Hollywood Brown. We have our Philly Goldstein. Or Philly Goldstein, that's your name now.
No, it's Hollywood Goldstein. That's what
Holly-
that's what I'm
Hollywood,
calling him.
Yeah, Hollywood Goldstein with
Am
his
I
cheeky
being? Am I?
sponsorship.
Did I just? Did you just call me
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown? Who am I? Down Brown or something?
You're
Alright,
you're
we're
Reese-
bringing-
you're
If we're
Rashard
bringing
Higgins.
back Ben Revere,
No, that's
if
Hollywood
we're
Higgins,
bringing
by the
back Ben Revere, we have to bring back Dominic Brown.
And
I
on,
just put
do
the-
you want to lose your? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to lose that 3 ad there? That's
Dude, he's
that-
gonna.
that's what-
Dude, Dominic Brown, he's gonna fix that hole in the swing at some point. All right. It's actually a hitting coach show, actually, which I think is
And on
hilarious.
that note, please go to SeatGeek and use Philly Sports Reports code in the description
It's-
down below.
it's
It's free
pumping on the
money.
screen right
It's
now.
free money. It's on the
Free
screen and in the
money.
description. Free money.
Free money.
And once again, thank you to Jared, Ben, and Alec, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. Thank you guys once again for joining us, and thank you once again for joining us on this journey on this new network. We wish you guys the best in our journey as you come along with us as we bring out the young sportscasters to the world. Thank you guys once again, and we'll see you guys next time.